Morning, everybody. The dense fog not as widespread this morning. That's a good thing. We still have pockets of it, and that advisory goes through noon. The temps are down slightly for many of us, but it's not necessarily that cold. 30s and 40s, and it looks like temps today are going to be similar to yesterday. Now, there's been a pocket of sun that's opened up in parts of Arkansas the last 2 days. Yay, you. It's been certainly the exception. I think down there it's going to be low 50s today, but overall numbers will be similar to what we've seen the last couple of days. 30s tomorrow, and this model keeps us in the 30s tomorrow. Honestly, I think it's a little bit too cold, but we're only talking by a few degrees here, so there is going to be some risk of maybe a little bit of snow thrown into our system. Now, it's developing out west. You can kind of see that swirl if you look back here, right there in the panhandle of Texas to southeast Colorado, and then the main jet stream is kind of screaming in this way. So the whole thing is going to move east, and that puts the low coming through Arkansas tomorrow. So today will stay cloudy. I think we will not see sun. We'll see. If I keep saying that, maybe you'll keep getting it in Arkansas. In any case, the rain's going to hold off until way after dark tonight, and very likely, we're talking after midnight for most of us. It'll blossom a bit as the low approaches tomorrow morning. And of course, your eyes are immediately drawn to that area of snow back here from near Tulsa to Chanute. I really think that while we may see it, it's going to be a low-end chance. So I think as the low tracks through Arkansas, the heaviest rain will be south of Interstate 44. And honestly, some of our eastern counties have had over 2 inches of rain this week. So that's not been everywhere, but it's been a nice wet week for some. Now, as far as the day goes, underneath the core of the low, there may be just enough cold air, low enough that these snowflakes survive. This is a case of the lower atmosphere being warmer than freezing, but much of it below freezing. So all this will be initially falling as snow and melting on the way down. That means that higher terrain in Arkansas will have the best chance of seeing some snow mixed in, or maybe a brief changeover. This whole idea of a complete changeover on the west side of the low, in my opinion, is too much. I don't think we're going to be quite that cold, but it is something that we will watch. If it does that, I don't expect any impacts just because we've been much warmer after Monday than freezing. So everything moves out tomorrow night, and then we see a bit of a pattern change. Now, here's the low in the upper atmosphere Saturday morning, and that will quickly move away so that we get what we call rising heights. And you'll notice we're into that warmer air there for Monday. So Monday we should jump into the 50s, but instead of this ridge that you see out to the west, or that high moving straight east into the middle of the week, models have now kept that west, and they're bringing in another low from the north and dropping it into the Ohio Valley, which means that it will bring a pocket of cooler air with it. Well, that knocks the temp down Wednesday, so instead of 60, it does not look quite that warm, but a brief relative chill, and then we warm back up again. So it still looks like a warm and dry week next week with a little bump there. I think tomorrow we'll likely see low 40s, and then some fog early Sunday. We break out of it by the afternoon, and a good deal of sun next week, and well above average temps.